Hey guys, and welcome to Diary Discussions with me, your host, Delicia Burrell. Today, I have a very special guest here, Sonny Corleone. He's a Brooklyn-raised rapper, now residing in Jamaica, Queens, and he's here to talk to you about the business behind music and what he's doing right now, his whole movement.
Okay.
So today, before I get started, I just want you to know a little bit about my show. This show is completely taped with one take. That means we're almost completely live. There's no rehearsals, there's no edits, just real talk straight through. Okay? And for our fashion and style segment, just want to let you know what I'm wearing. This is a Diary Discussion shirt, reminding you all that you can go to diarydiscussions.com to do, dish, and discuss. You can pick up one of these from the website, from the gift shop at diarydiscussions.com. And pair it with some nice gold jewelry, a red miniskirt like I am, or some khakis or some black pants. And you got a whole new fashion statement, then you can kind of start the trend. Alrighty. So, moving on, I want to let you know a little bit about Sonny. Tell us something about your music because I listened to it and I thought it was kind of hot. I heard a video of yours. I saw a video of yours, a couple of them on YouTube. I saw that you directed them, and I think that's pretty cool.
Well, I guess the music describes me. I'm really laid back. I'm a loner. So I just released the album ID February 14th. So that's actually my last album. Um, you know, I've been doing music for like 25 years now. So
25?
Yeah.
You look too young to be saying that.
Yeah. Well, I started when I was a baby, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we got someone who's well seasoned in the game. So, it's nothing surprising that, you're making big moves and you're directing. Which one's your first love? Like, which one do you
I think
prefer?
music is going to always be my first love. But, I always wanted to tap into different things as far as fashion, directing. Directing is a big thing to me. Like, I got 2 movies right now and working. So, like, it's just real. And just using my own team. Like, I got the Tyler Perry syndrome. So, it's just a matter of.
That's a money-making syndrome.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, incorporate a lot of stuff that me growing up, watching my forefathers do, incorporate into the company, So, that's where we are right now,
Well, I watched your latest video, Need You. It was featuring Digital and Miss ID. Are those 2 people on the team?
Well, no, the Need You has just me and Miss ID. My latest, the last one we shot was what's the last video we did? All Alone, me and Digi. Leave Me Alone. So that was off of the No Idea, not the No Idea album, off of the From the Bottom Up album, which was a compilation of me, Digi, Miss ID, the rest of the family.
Right. I met the team at an event earlier this year. I really enjoyed it. They had like a showcase of all the talents on the label. You started a label, Dutchman Records. So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, it was about like early '99. I really didn't have nowhere to go as far as like my music, and I was contemplating just leaving music alone. I hooked up with Snow, who hooked me up with some important people. And
who's that?
Snow. He was a producer.
Okay.
And he helped me develop my craft. I still wasn't developed. Early thousands, I hooked up with Jam Master Jay, and again, whatever situation happened, it fell through. So I just took the money I had and invested in Dutchman Records. Put out my own albums. I got 7 to the day.
Wow.
And I don't know. Just.
That's a lot of grinding, a lot of work.
Yeah, especially independently. Like a lot of times, independent artists, they don't, understand how easy it is for them to put their own music out. So, I just give them the blueprint. Like I call my career the blueprint for any independent
artist. Sounds familiar.
Yeah. For any independent artist that want to get out, you could do it yourself. You could promote yourself. You distribute yourself through iTunes, Rap City, Best Buy. These are things that you could do on your own.
Right.
So,
and you're definitely doing it. I commend you for that. So tell me, like, what's next for you? What's your goal? Where are you headed with this?
well, I'm as far as music,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna retire. I mean, I'm still writing.
Retire?
Yeah.
You are too young to be saying these things.
Thank you. But I want to do other things. Like I got beat bands, and how beat bands to describe beat bands like
Beat bands is another sector that he's moving to, right?
Yeah,
That's like the new
it's
thing.
fashion. Yeah,
Okay,
so
fashion. Good way to go.
it's a clothing company.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what B bands is, it's like Facebook on your wrist. It's your status on your wrist. So like me, I normally wear the black, all black, everything. If you can see it, B
Yeah.
bands, or
Mm-hmm.
that says executive, or whatever you do, no matter. You could be a postal man,
Mm-hmm.
So it's just wearing your status on your wrist.
Mm-hmm.
We got clothing, where we got the beat jackets, the
You
beat
got
jackets.
shirts too?
Yeah, we got shirts, sweaters like the one I got on,
That's nice.
So,
Good quality stuff, guys.
so I mean, like, it's just basically branching outside of music, doing
Mm-hmm.
things that's not, out of the norm for artists. When I did music, everybody was doing, demos.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, all right, let me change that up. Then
Mm-hmm.
everybody started doing CDs. So I said,
Right.
let me distribute my own.
Right.
Everybody was signing with labels. I'm like, let me do my own music.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always been,
Ahead of
that
the
artist
game.
that just trying to reinvent himself.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
that's
how
what
you
I'm.
do it. That's the whole business side of music that a lot of people don't get. They think it's just music, and it's not all creative. It takes a lot of thought process to get to the next level, to keep it going. Once you have established a name for yourself with your music, people know your talent and your craft, and they're listening to you, and they're watching you. Then you could kind of move on to the next thing, fashion, or whatever it is. Like, you're mad smart with that. Wow. So I saw on your website, you have a couple of artists. Like, which ones is like who are you gonna bring on next?
Well, it's Digi
Mm-hmm.
is
Did you? Is that digital or
yeah,
okay?
digital. Like digital
Yeah,
is
he's
like
good. I saw him at the showcases
I
now.
am Digi. Yeah, to describe Digi as an artist, like he's probably the best rapper I've ever heard, and that's including
Mm-hmm.
myself. And I consider myself a great lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does as far as like lyrical, he also does production. So his production, you know, is like right now he's probably the most wanted unsigned producer out.
Wow.
So his talent is really beyond the scope of just being a typical rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like brothers.
Wow.
So it's like
Yeah, you guys look like a team when y'all do the videos together, when y'all perform. I see the teamwork in y'all, which is really commendable.
it's just respecting each other
Mm-hmm.
craft. Like me and him, we're like Starchy and Hutch. We respect each other's craft, and
Mm-hmm.
like I know that he, like even with him moving, like he's trying to advance his production, like in
Right.
Atlanta, and so even for him to come back and still do music in New York,
Mm-hmm.
he got a huge buzz right now, and it's just
Okay.
not in New York, it's not a local buzz. So I'm really proud to be on board with him because
Mm-hmm.
people got it twisted. Like a lot of times people say, did you on your team? And the truth is, I'm on board with him because
Mm-hmm.
I know his future. I
Yeah,
know his
his movement
potential
is moving.
is ridiculous. So
Yeah.
yeah, and we're doing it. And then we always have crazy management, crazy production team. Our street team is strong, and then that's the most important thing to get out there because you
Mm-hmm.
need
The word out.
a team. And then you gotta understand, for unsigned artists, to be honest with y'all, coming into this business, you really have to worry about yourself. But it's hard to worry about yourself because people that's on your team is not going to understand that you're only worrying about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But truthfully, you have to put yourself out there and create that buzz before you can do it for anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's basically where I'm at right now as far as Dutchman and the projects. We're going to launch Beat Bands, their websites, probably like next week, and do more. Like we got the movies. We got a movie called Corporate Takeover. So
Sounds good.
where me and Ditch we play like army. Like we're in the army and we come home from Iraq, and it's just hard for us to do anything. So we gonna rob the
Mm-hmm.
the Manhattan Mall, which is, I mean, not the Manhattan Mall, the Atlanta Mall, which is the biggest mall in Atlanta,
Oh, wow.
and the president's daughter in there. So I mean, like, you know, we just try
So
to
if
keep
someone wanted to get more info and keep up with you, where would they find out more about your movement and your projects?
www.dutchmanrecords.com.
Okay.
You know, or at Corley Twitter, you know,
Okay.
or at DigiPro Twitter.
Okay.
You know, so you know, we here
On the website, because I saw it's not completely finished yet, but I saw on the homepage you got you said there's a CEO picture, but that wasn't you. It's your thing, your
I'm
company,
CEO
right?
of Dutchman Records.
Oh, okay.
But
Because I was confused. What's up with the CEO thing then?
well, CEO is just executive bands. Like, it's the same thing with B bands. Like, executive bands is like for all the executives out there. So whether you're CEO, executive chairman of the board, you know, you can work in the mailroom. You know, it's just bands that cater to you, and it's really more fashion. So we have, you know, CEO bands. You know?
That's pretty cool. I like that. You just got to put CEO bands so I don't get confused. All right.
B bands, CEO bands. We got, you know, model bands, sports bands, like whatever.
Got you. So another thing I wanted to point out to you is that you and your rap is really hot. You sound a lot like 50 Cent, and you almost kind of look like him too. Do you ever compare yourself to 50?
I never compare myself.
Never? Okay.
But I mean,
people do?
Well, I get the comparisons a lot. You know, and I guess, you know, I guess it's supposed to be something flattering, I guess. But to be honest with you,
top of his game, and you
our
headed
styles
there.
is too different. Like me,
what makes you different? What's your message? What's different?
50 was a lyricist. I know I'm going to get you know a lot of backlash for that. Like, his first couple of albums was crazy, you know, and I don't know, something happened where it's not the same. Me, I'm a lyricist. Lyrically,
You're gonna stick to the craft.
I'm a lyricist. And then our styles again, like, I'm really not into all the I don't do a lot of, you know, dry talking on records. I just rap whatever. Like, I might be feeling sad that day, so I'll just go into the booth and just whatever come out. I stopped writing about, like, since I was like 14. I don't even write no more. So, you know, when you get Corleone on a song, you getting real music. You know, you just getting whatever I feel. Not to say that it's not real with 50. It's just that our styles is just too different. You know, I can understand the raspy voice, the look. You know, I'm in Queens now. You know, but
Jamaica Queens at that.
It's really two different styles. You know, I respect his style, I respect what he do always, but it's too different.
Got blinging, swinging chains, yeah.
Well, you know, the chain. I had this chain for like 2 years now. Wait, I'm gonna say like 2 years now. Like, you know, and I mean, I think I got this when we dropped From the Bottom Up, the album, which was me, Digi, you know, and the rest of the Dutchman staff compilation album, and I got it to just, you know, I guess, you know, to show support, you know, and I've been wearing it ever since.
That's cool. So you talk about Digi a lot. What about D. Will? I remember he made an impression on me at the event as well.
Yeah, D. Will still, he's out there. He's doing his thing. You know, doing what he got to do. I don't really like D. Will as far as like me and D. Will. Like, we don't really like, we're not in the studio every day working out, but I see him. He's definitely doing his thing, doing his play thing, and that's what it's all about. You know, he's trying to get in where he fit in. You know, so kudos.
Okay. Are you still with Pro Star Management?
Pro Styles, Dutchman and Pro Styles, same thing. To be honest.
Oh, okay.
You know,
so it's the management company.
Yeah, like I'm managed by Pro Styles.
Okay.
So, you know.
Is it Pro Style? Okay. Or
Yeah,
Pro
it's
Style?
Pro Style Talent.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know. Okay. I'm still waiting for my checks. So,
just put it out there.
You know, and this free publicity right here. You know,
nice.
Send my check in the mail. You know.
That's great. Well, I'm glad that you are on a movement. I like your attitude. You know, you're very laid back and humble, although you have a great skill. You guys can check him out on YouTube, like he said, Twitter. His website is DutchmanRecords.com. And before you go, I want to get your opinion about something I was talking about in my last episode, about why single ladies are still single. Do you have any reasons why you think a lot of women are out here talking about there's no good black men? Like, do you think that the ladies are the issue or the men?
I'm an OG. I'm old school. So like it's funny because like I'm dabbled into the whole, the book writing and like coaching, and
Mm-hmm.
so and it's really just, I'm not saying this is what's happening. I'm just giving you my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Take it or leave it. But I think women need to start respecting themselves. And I know I'm gonna again get like backlash for saying that, but
Just be honest.
I think that females, especially with me growing up, a female was like, you know, the cornerstone of a relationship, a foundation. You know, you have to be harder on, or at least me, I was always harder on especially my sisters, because you're the first thing that our son or daughter, learn from.
Mm-hmm.
So it's vital that you're teaching them, good morals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It's hard because then it's a catch 22, because then